Good evening, all. Welcome back to Train to Thought. My name is Trey, and this is where I share my thoughts on the 19-10-2 Winnipeg Jets. Jets just wrapped up the first half of a home and home against the Detroit Red Wings tonight. Kind of a weird game. A lot of the talk going into the game was. How are the Jets going to come out tonight? Because Detroit's now, after the loss, is 7-22-3. That's 17 points. They have less points than the Jets have wins. Their goal differential, they're like minus 62 or something like that now. And we're only like 30 some games into the season. So, that was kind of a storyline. Is are the Jets going to come out flat? They came out flat against the LA Kings twice and lost to them twice, and the Kings are another bottom of the league team. So the Jets got a 5-1 win tonight, but honestly, is for most of the game it was a lot closer than that. With about 5 minutes left in the second period, or maybe even a little less than that, I was nervous about this game. Because the Red Wings were playing well. Their goalie to tonight, Eric Comrie, is a guy that was in the Jets organization for years, and he got picked up on waivers by Arizona right before the start of the season, and then Arizona let him go, and he got picked up by Detroit. So he's playing against a Jets team that he knows really well. He knows the organization well. He knows the building well. He was facing off against Laurent Brossoit tonight, and they had been in competition the last 2 years for the backup goalie job with the Jets. So he wanted to come out strong, and even though he gave up 5 goals, he didn't look bad out there. The 5 goals that he gave up were because his defense didn't do their job. So that was some storylines going into the game. So the scoring started in the first period. The Jets were getting outshot like 5-0 at one point, and that was kind of like, but they didn't look like they were on their heels, or that there was a ton of dominance. Times where it was strictly being played in their defensive zone. But Detroit had some good opportunities. And then when Detroit was on a power play, the Jets got like a 2-on-1 breakaway with Adam Lowry and Andrew Kopp. Andrew Kopp, by the way, was my pick to click tonight because he's a Michigan product. People were talking about Kyle Connor being a Michigan product, playing at the University of Michigan and such, and also Connor Hellebuck, how he's starting the second half of the home and home in Detroit in front of his family and friends. But I was kind of like, I bet Andrew Kopp's going to have a good game tonight. And so on that 2-on-1 that he had with Lowry, he had a great pass to Lowry. Lowry jammed at it a couple of times. It looked like it was kind of under Comrie, and it was kind of inconclusive whether he had the puck stopped or not, but Lowry jammed it in. They called it a goal. The Red Wings were frustrated. One guy slammed his stick down. The Red Wings challenged it, and they lost the challenge because the referees ruled that the puck was not frozen by Comrie. So that was the Jets' first shorthanded goal of the year. So that was good on them to get that. And that's how the first period, or that was the score at the end of the first period, 1-0. Then a weird sequence in the middle of the second period. Brossoit was having some trouble with his equipment. There was a couple of little delays where he was having it adjusted and stuff. And after the second time he got adjusted, he skated back out, and he had to get helped off the ice because it wasn't working. So he had to come out of the game. Hellebuck had to come in. and Hellebuck was only in the game for about a minute and 9 seconds of actual gameplay. And during that time, he faced 2 shots and he allowed a goal, which was kind of unfair to him to come in to a sequence like that where he's cold and the Red Wings scored. And it was kind of like, really? That's how the Red Wings are going to score? And it was just kind of seeming like, I don't know if this is going to be a good omen. But Brossoit came in and he played well when the shots were out. He didn't give up a goal tonight. He was 15 for 15 in his opportunities. So maybe a little bit of a karma thing with that sequence where the Jets beat Columbus a few weeks ago, where Brossoit left because of cramping. Hellebuck came in. Brossoit tried to come back in, but it was too late in the game. Palmieri said, no, I don't think I can let you back in this sequence. And Hellebuck got the win when he only played 10 minutes or something like that. So I don't know if that was a karma thing or what, but good on Brossoit playing. Tough situation for Hellebuck, but I think he handled it okay, and I bet he's going to come out with a little bit more of a fire on Thursday nights. But so it's 1-1, and I'm going, this is not good. This is not good. The Jets were dominating in shots and stuff, but just thinking this isn't good. Then in a span of 3 minutes, the Jets scored 2 goals. Blake Wheeler, there's a nice play where Lowry and Perreault kind of drew the defense towards them, and then they passed it to Blake, who flipped a quick wrister past Comrie, 2-1. Then Josh Morrissey fired one in from the points, and it was tipped in by Andrew Kopp. My pick to click, 2 points tonight, 3-1. And then 11 seconds after the Kopp goal, Laine goes in, a nice move. He said he was practicing his shootout moves, and he deked out Comrie to make it 4-1, and it was kind of like, man, I hope that the Jets are in control after this. And then third period, Scheifele scored on the power play to make it 5-1. Blasted one from the point, or from the, I guess that'd be like the left side or something. But he had the goal, and that stopped that was the last of the scoring. So 5-1. Power play went 1 for 5. Penalty kill went 4 for 4, including stopping 5-on-3 advantage. They killed the first penalty, and then during the second penalty, the Red Wings committed their own penalty to negate their power play. But great kill by the Jets. They've killed now, I believe they said on the broadcast, 40 of their last 48 after the horrendous start to the year that they had. So good job there. That's, well over probably around 85% clip. So that's awesome. A couple other notes that I had. It was a very physical game. There's lots of little scrums and stuff, which is going to be even more fun on Thursday since they're playing each other back-to-back games. I think the Red Wings are frustrated, and then the mix of the Jets play a heavy game. So that's probably why that happened. The Red Wings have lost 10 straight regulation games and like 12 games in a row. So ouch. It's got to be tough to be a Red Wings fan. I took a picture of a guy who was in a Red Wings jersey wearing a paper bag over his head. So sorry, Red Wings fans. I know a few of them, but I think you guys will get back to where you were. You're a pretty proud franchise and such. So a couple other stats. I mentioned Andrew Kopp had 2 points. Blake Wheeler had a goal and assist, 2 points. Lowry had the goal. Laine had the goal. Talked about Scheifele. So I thought it was a pretty solid response. I think a win is a win, especially I'm just glad that they didn't lose tonight. I told my wife for the game, I said, this is probably going to be like a 2-1 win tonight. I'm glad it wasn't that. I'm glad that they won, but it's kind of a tough game to judge because the Red Wings aren't very good. They've given up 5 goals a ton this year. At the same time, the Jets did what they needed to do to come out with a win, which is important. It doesn't matter who you're playing, you got to get the W. So in some ways, this was an impressive game for the Jets because it's a hard one because you know the Red Wings aren't good, but you know that they're going to play tough and play hard, and so you can't just show up and expect 2 points. So good on the Jets. And now hopefully they can head into Detroit, keep this going. Hellebuck can go out there, put up an awesome performance, and they can come back for a nice 3-game homestand with 20 wins on the year. So that's what I have. Went a little long tonight. But I want to know your thoughts. If you're Red Wings fans, how are you hanging in there? Jets fans, what do you think about the game? What do you think about the role that the team has been on? What do you think about Mark Scheifele's role he's been on? Excuse me. And then, as always, if you like this video, please hit that like button, smash it. If you really liked it, please hit that subscribe button. So thanks, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.